You're watching the Newswatch Christmas Special on WOAY.
Hello and welcome to Newswatch. Our team has put together a show for you today showcasing the best of our Christmas-themed stories throughout the holiday season. This show was recorded ahead of time so that our entire team has a chance to spend Christmas Day with our loved ones. I'm Tiger DeMello and I will walk you through the first few minutes of our program together. The Giving Tree has planted its roots once again to help spread kindness and holiday cheer, and I was able to take a visit to the Fayette County Sheriff's Department. Take a look. The Fayette County Sheriff's Department is welcoming back the Giving Tree for the 5th year in a row.
Everybody gets excited around here when it's time to put the Giving Tree up.
The Giving Tree is teeming with stars, each one representing a conservator under the sheriff's protected custody. A conservator is a ward of the state, and the sheriff takes care of their finances. For the Sheriff's Department, this is the most wonderful time of the year because it gives them a chance to give back to the community in another way.
It's very important because it's just another way of giving back to our community and showing the deputy sheriffs and the men and women of this department how much the citizens care about the job they do.
And not only do the deputies get to provide for the community, but they get to take on a new role when doing so.
We go out and deliver and play Santa and deliver to all the different nursing homes and stuff throughout the county, and I have some that are out of county that we have to take to.
What does this mean to you personally?
My mother, she had to be placed in a nursing home because we was between jobs and everything else, and the ones that didn't have family members, even when my mother was in, just to watch their face and smiles when we would drop something off, you know, just a next door neighbor we'd call it. But now to be able to walk into these nursing homes and give to my conservators first, that's who we take care of, the protected person, but we've done so well throughout the years, we're able to hand out to other residents there.
As you can tell, the roots of the Giving Tree are built upon caring for others, something that hits close to home for the brains behind the operation.
They are wards of the state. So I said, next year let's do something for these people. You have the angel tree for the kids, you have the shop with a cop for the kids. Let's do something for these people who really need it.
With 30 conservators under the sheriff's care, there are a ton of holiday wishes to be fulfilled. The Giving Tree goes through 3 different rounds. Currently it's on round 2, which is focused on the conservators' necessities, from black socks, the hats and gloves and even lap blankets, or sweater and pajamas. Receiving these simple requests from the conservators reminds the Fayette County Sheriff's Department to remain grateful for what they have.
I sent letters out last year asking them what did they really want for Christmas, and it was snacks. They wanted potato chips, they wanted soda pop, they wanted pudding cups and Jell-O.
The Giving Tree reminds us that it doesn't take much to show others that you care.
It's all about giving. That's what the most important thing is.
It's a season to help out your fellow man, and the Giving Tree helps provide a way for you to do just that. In Fayette County, Tiger DeMello, Newswatch. The Fayette County Sheriff's Office ended up delivering the gifts its conservators received through the Giving Tree program. The 31 people in the program received so many gifts that there was actually a surplus. Those gifts were given to people in assisted living homes around the area. The Giving Tree held stars representing the wants of the conservators. County residents would grab a star, bring back the items requested, then the Sheriff's Office would wrap and hand-deliver them. Sheriff Ridley thanks everyone who participated. As the holiday season approaches, the Humane Society of Raleigh County is starting a heartwarming campaign to uplift its furry residents with a Christmas card challenge. Through this initiative, community members are invited to extend seasonal greetings and make a tangible difference in the lives of the shelter's animals by way of donations. Spearheading this endeavor is Hannah Cottle, the volunteer and outreach coordinator of the Raleigh County Humane Society.
Yeah, the Christmas card challenge, it's pretty simple. All it is all you need to do is send us a Christmas card with a donation in it of any amount, and you just challenge your friends to do the same to just help raise funds for us and help our four-legged friends. We usually have a pretty good turnout with it, and it really helps us, especially during the holiday seasons.
This is the Humane Society of Raleigh County's 11th annual Christmas Card Challenge, and all donations go towards feeding and sheltering their furry friends. If you'd like to send a Christmas card donation or challenge someone you know to do so, you can send them to the Humane Society of Raleigh County at the address provided on your screen. A major story that Newswatch covered was the Capitol Christmas tree, which came out of the Monongahela National Forest. Chief Meteorologist Chad Merrill and photojournalist Micah Leith were there the day it was harvested. Check it out.
We first brought you the story that the U.S. Capitol Christmas tree is going to be harvested from West Virginia, and we are here with the U.S. Forest Service, and we've got the story of how this 63-foot Norway spruce is going to be taken down onto its way to the U.S. Capitol.
Today is the culmination of that effort of what has been about a year and a half long search to find the perfect tree.
No, this is not your routine trip to a Christmas tree farm, folks. It's a team effort with the help of the U.S. Forest Service, loggers, a crane, and a long enough truck to transport a 63-foot Norway spruce that weighs approximately 8,000 pounds on a journey across West Virginia and then a 200-mile trek to the west lawn of the U.S. Capitol. The Christmas tree originated from the Laurel Fork Campground in the Monongahela National Forest.
Selecting the tree was probably the most straightforward or simplest part of it.
Despite the time and labor, they still used the traditional methods of logging.
We're using an axe and a crosscut saw to get this tree on the ground, as the traditional loggers of West Virginia did back in the days of yesteryear, before chainsaws were part of logging. My father cut down JFKs in 1962, and he cut down Carter's in 1976, and I was selected for this honor this year, and frankly I was overwhelmed with the opportunity because I never thought it would be a possibility.
Behind me is the crane that is going to be responsible for removing the Christmas tree and safely transporting it to the U.S. Capitol. Not only did this very moment on November 1st culminate in an 18-month effort to find the right tree for the U.S. Capitol West Lawn, it was a time to recognize Ethan Reese of Beverly Elementary School in Beverly, West Virginia. He was declared this year's essay contest winner. So what inspired him to produce this great piece of literature on why he loves West Virginia's forest and public land?
Probably my great-great-grandfather, Arthur Wood, because he was the superintendent of the Monongahela National Forest. So that's what inspired me, because I thought I had a great connection to it.
What was your reaction when you got the letter in the mail or a phone call that you had won the essay contest?
At first I didn't really realize I won, but then later on I figured out that I had won, and I just started crying, like happy tears.
Now that the tree has been removed and placed on the truck, there's still another 2 weeks before it even arrives in D.C. So how will it survive?
There is a large they call it a bladder bag that goes on the end of the tree, and it's sealed around the butt of the tree, and it's filled full of water, and so that keeps the tree hydrated on this journey to Washington, D.C.
Stay tuned as we follow the Christmas tree tour through Summersville on Sunday, November 5th, and into Beckley on Tuesday, November 7th. Now, the Monongahela National Forest here in West Virginia could once again be selected as the source for the U.S. Capitol Christmas tree, but before you get your hopes up, it won't be in 2024.
The tree comes from a different national forest every year. We don't know when it'll come here. We'll get the opportunity to do this again. It could be another 50 years. Every January it's announced which national forest the tree will be coming from.
Watching history unfold with the harvest of the 2023 U.S. Capitol Christmas tree in Randolph County, I am Chief Meteorologist Chad Merrill reporting for Newswatch.
Now that is all the time I have here on our WOAY Christmas special, but don't worry, there's so much more holiday fun coming your way. Chad will have the outlook on weather conditions this week, and Brandy Lawrence and the rest of the team will walk you through even more great Christmas stories. But for now, grab some hot chocolate while we come right back.
You're watching the Newswatch Christmas special on WOAY.
And a Merry Christmas, everybody. It would be a delight to wake up to snow falling and the fresh snowpack on the ground. Just a little too warm for that. Some clouds in the morning, some showers Christmas afternoon, and a little bit breezy on the ridge tops. Absolutely no threat of snow going forward through the day and the overnight period.
Here's something to look forward to, though. We have a full moon tomorrow evening. It rises at 4:41 and it sets December 27th at 8:31 a.m. How are we doing on rainfall for the month? We had a dry November and we had brush fires, but we are right on par, so absolutely no complaints in the rain department across southern West Virginia. So this warm pattern continues through today, all the way through the next couple of days with light pockets of rain, but there's a chilly risk coming down the pike a little bit later this week. So your forecast once again today, we have that rain in the afternoon and the evening and through the early part of Tuesday with a little bit of a breezy wind. Now let's take a look at the ocean temperatures, because El Nino is responsible for the warm December that we had across the region, and we still have these warm anomalies that are set up across the equatorial Pacific. So El Nino is not going anywhere anytime soon. You can see as we zoom in along the equator, these warm anomalies continue. Now here's the upper level pattern going forward, because what we have going is a little bit of a change in the pattern. We get a little bit of a cool blast in here later in the week, but folks, where is winter? It's obviously not in the U.S. We look down on the North Pole and look at these deep cold colors. This is northern Russia, and this is where winter has been, with colder than average temperatures and snow cover for most of the month of December. This cold air is going to stay on the other side of the globe going forward for the next several days. So here's a little weather trivia for you. And if you have anybody visiting from out of town who may be from the area, which Christmas had the highest snow total in Beckley? Is it December 25th, 1900, the Christmas of 1914, 1962, or 2020? What would be your guess on that one? Well, the answer, folks, is actually 1914. And the top three snowiest Christmases, 1914, 1962, and just 3 years ago in 2020. Hard to believe. Okay, your 7-day forecast, folks. Here we go. And let's take you through what we expect here. So, a couple of showers. Damp on Tuesday with a high of 52. A couple of showers on Wednesday with a high of 50. And then more seasonable weather once we get into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, even a few snow showers and flurries, and we're back into the 30s as we head into New Year's Day. So that is your complete 7-day forecast. We wish you the happiest, the merriest of Christmases. Drive safe, be safe on the road, and have a wonderful day.
You're watching the Newswatch Christmas Special on WOAY.
Welcome back. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, Southern West Virginia. I'm Brandy Lawrence, and I will take you through the next few stories in our program. One of the first things put up at the beginning of the Christmas season is the Christmas tree. It's hard to deny its role as the centerpiece of holiday decor. The Christmas tree also has interesting roots that go deep into history with cosmic influence. Newswatch reporter Mike Teeney decided it was a perfect snowy morning to stop by a brand new Christmas tree farm in Victor.
Steeped in tradition, the Christmas season ignites the imagination in a way that is unique to itself. And the Christmas tree is one of the most beloved symbols of the season. So much so that some have taken up the hard task of ensuring there are real trees available for Christmas yet to come.
We had an opportunity to get about 800 trees in starting out, and this is just kind of the beginning of it. So each year we're going to be adding a little bit to what we're doing. And it was just kind of one of those things where it's like, what are we going to do with this? So here we went.
This period of time around the winter solstice has been sacred to many cultures and is where the roots of our modern seasonal imagery are found. Customs and observances around the solstice, which began prior to Christianity, included bringing evergreen branches inside the home during this dark season. The solstice itself was important to these early cultures because it meant that the days were now slowly getting longer. More light was coming. As Christianity began to spread in Europe, the pagan tradition of bringing evergreens inside during the dark season was absorbed into German culture, where they began to decorate evergreens with apples, calling it a paradise tree. Some of these Germans brought this tradition with them when they immigrated and settled in the United States. German communities in the U.S. had trees on display as early as 1820. Queen Victoria of England asked her German husband, Prince Albert, to put a paradise tree up in 1848. An engraving of the royal family around this tree was published, and the Christmas tree tradition was released upon the masses. It wasn't long before this cozy tradition had become mainstream. Christmas trees also help create the fertile ground that creates so many memories around the season.
My best memory on a Christmas tree is my son was probably about 4 or 5 years old. And we were here and it was snowing like this, only it was a little deeper. And Mom and the sisters weren't home yet, and I said, we need to go pick a Christmas tree. So my son and I went stomping down through the woods over here, and he picked out a Christmas tree, and it had about 4 branches hanging on it, and it was bent over about like this, but that's the tree he wanted. So we bricked that thing in the house, and we got it set up, and it could hold about 4 ornaments on it. When Mom came home, she just kind of looked at me and said, what is that? I said, that's your son's Christmas tree. He's the one that picked it out.
Of course, all Christmas trees are different, and so I attempted to get to the bottom of some long-standing debates.
You like colored lights or you like clear lights, Daryl?
You know, my wife's got both of them in there and they go back and forth, yes. I don't know. It depends on what year it is, I guess. I just kind of do what I'm told.
You put an angel on top of your tree or a star?
We put an angel on the top of the tree.
Reporting from Victor, this is Mike Teeney, Newswatch 4.
How much could you expect to earn at Santa's workshop this year? New research from ADP Research Institute reveals the biggest breadwinners in the North Pole, and the list might surprise you. Researchers generated a list of imaginary job titles and used a wage model to create a first-of-its-kind North Pole wage report. At the bottom of the wage list, Santa's helper can expect to earn $17.31 an hour, while silver bell ringers are bringing in a $19.28 an hour. All of the other reindeer are making around $21 an hour. A stocking stuffer makes $21.77 per hour, but a lead stocking stuffer can expect a nice pay bump to $25.87 an hour. Snowman carrot nose cleaners are earning nearly $24 an hour, while sugar plum fairy dancers make just around $26 an hour. Near the top of the list, naughty list double checkers bring home just over $30. Apparently, there's a premium for checking those lists twice. Of course, ADP RI also ran the numbers for the big man himself. Santa commands an hourly wage of $34.82. No doubt, Santa's above-average earnings help nurture his holiday cheer. And to learn more and see how ADP RI estimated imaginary North Pole wages, you can visit the website provided below. And we are going to take a short break now, but I will be waiting on the other side to give you even more awesome Christmas content. Stick around.
You're watching the Newswatch Christmas Special on WOAY.
The Beckley Rotary Club is stepping up to help a local organization do some much-needed repairs. Reporter Jillian Risberg has more information.
The Beckley Rotary Club picks a different cause each year to infuse Christmas magic into. This year, they're assisting the emergency housing shelter at Pine Haven, which was recently awarded a grant they use for updates on their facility. Unfortunately, it was not enough.
We have some generous donors in our club and in the community, and we also have just Santa's helpers, or what we are going to call them, a couple of contractors who have decided to donate their time, their talent, and their treasure and their expertise to getting all of the work done.
Beckley Rotary Club President Dr. Christy Dumas says the club is so appreciative of the opportunity to be part of something bigger than they are.
A project that is sustainable, that is going to benefit so many people, so many underserved and underprivileged people in our community. And Rotary is elated to be part of the solution.
Dumas cherishes being involved with Rotary and having all those community partnerships and relationships.
You hear about all of the societal ills in West Virginia, but for as many challenges that we have, there are that many more people who are willing to give of themselves and to give of their means to make the city a better place.
She says Rotary's job is to engage those givers and people who honor and live by the code of service above self.
To complete projects, to better our facilities, to better our playgrounds, and just to give people hope.
That is their 2023 theme, to create hope in the world.
We feel that this Christmas Magic Project does just that. It creates hope for people who may feel hopeless, and us being able to provide them the opportunity to realize and evolve into their best selves.
In Beckley, Jillian Risberg for Newswatch.
My time for this special has ended. Don't worry though, we still have more to come, including Chad's final look at the weather before we wrap things up. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, everyone.
You're watching the Newswatch Christmas Special on WOAY.
And welcome back to our show. I'm Serena DeVanzo, and I'll take you through the last story in our special edition of Newswatch. Oak Hill High School's theater department kicked off the Christmas season with a production earlier this month. Here's that story right now. Oak Hill High School will be bringing in the holiday spirit with a production of the beloved Broadway musical White Christmas. White Christmas is a story about two former World War II soldiers who become performers and they meet a sister act. The story follows their adventure, romance, and the act of giving through the Christmas season. The director of choirs and theater at Oak Hill High School explains how he decided on this musical.
Well, the first thing I did, and it might have been the very first day of class, I asked the students what shows they thought they might like to perform. And so they gave me a long list of shows, and all of them were really big shows. And I said, you know, if we do these big of a show, it's going to require a lot of commitment, time commitment, financial commitment, hard work. And they were all like, let's do it. So that's what we've done, and I've supported their work 100%.
He also explains his plan for the future of their program, as this is his first year with Oak Hill High School.
Traditionally, if I remember correctly, this theater has done big shows in the spring only, so they spend longer time working on them. My goal is to do a big show in the fall and a big show in the spring to give them more opportunities to perform and hone their skills as performers.
The student performers share what they hope audiences take away from seeing their show, both from a story standpoint and their efforts as a program.
Well, I know my biggest thing is I want people to see that we're really starting to put some effort into the arts at Oak Hill High School, because we haven't always before.
Yeah, and for the show, I just think it's going to be a really fun time, good show. The movie's great, and so whoever's watched the movie, you know, have a great time watching it on stage. It's a fun show. It's really fun to work.
From my perspective as an actor, I think that it's really something that really gets people together. And, you know, like, it can bring a bunch of people who don't even really know each other or have the same interests, but they can all come together for one good thing. And I think that's what the show is all about.
I want them just to like understand that like we're a community, we bring everyone together, and it's just very heartwarming here, and that everyone's just a big old group and family here.
I say that. And that Christmas is not just about the gifts, it's about bringing each other together.
And the holidays is a great time to bring people together. So regardless of what you celebrate this season, the cast and crew of Oak Hill's production of White Christmas hopes everyone can come together and support them, their show, and their program. At Oak Hill High School for Newswatch, I'm Serena DeVanzo. And that's a wrap for me on the show today. I hope you all had a Merry Christmas, and I hope you all will have a fabulous New Year. Now don't go anywhere though. Chief Meteorologist Chad Merrill is set up with your final look at your forecast coming up.
Welcome back, folks. Here's your 7-day forecast. A couple of showers late on Christmas Day. We continue the theme of damp weather Tuesday into Wednesday, and then we finally get some colder air in here towards the latter half of the week. So we will have a couple of flurries and snow showers. I guarantee you Pocahontas County will have about an inch or two. And heading through your New Year's, we cool off into the 30s, seasonable on New Year's Day, and there's a sign that we might get a little bit of snow, wet snow mixed in early next year. That'll be after the holiday season. And all of us here at WOAY want to wish you the happiest of Christmases. Have a very safe week. Enjoy the holiday season. Enjoy the friends and family. And we will see you guys once again on Tuesday. So a very Merry Christmas from all of us at WOAY.
Thanks for watching the Newswatch Christmas Special on WOAY. On behalf of our entire team, we wish you a Merry Christmas.